Welcome, people. This is Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. You can see me and you can hear me, of course, because everything is working. My webcam, Logitech Brio 4, or how it's called, is working. Simply, Peter, what are you talking about? I'm trying to control if everything is working right now, and it is working because you can see me clearly because my webcam monitor Logitech MX Brio 4K is working perfectly. You can see me. You can hear me because my dynamic mic Shure MV6 is it's working perfectly, and yes, I can hear myself. That means that this microphone is working, and Microsoft and my dynamic mic microphone Shure MV6 is connected, is recognized by my OBS Studio because I can see the green color with the yellow color in the audio mixer of my mic Shure MV6. That means you can see me, you can hear me. Let's start with the slogan, and here is: Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Yes, people. Yes, it's true. Welcome again. This is Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. Yeah, people. And I want to ramble and talk and talk and talk and talk 1 hour without any kind of preparation. And I hope that without any kind of problems, because if people, I can start with the problems with my mouse. Yes, people, because I have the same problem with my mouse. Logitech, because my mouse is, I think, at least 7 years old. And what is and why my mouse Logitech is bad? Why it isn't working? It isn't working because it's still unplugging from my gaming laptop, uh, Asus TUF 1000. And I was thinking, oh, I was scared, Peter. Your laptop is broken. You can have to return it. No, it's not. Why? Because people, you don't believe me. But I tried. If my laptop is broken, I unplugged my mouse Logitech from my laptop, and I tried to both USB-A ports uh, where I connected my gaming wireless headphones Arctis Nova 4, or how how they called. Simply, I connected my gaming headphones to that have USB A connection, and I tried to both of them, and you don't believe me, but it worked. We found problems. That means my two USB A ports are worked. We found problems, and I asked Microsoft Copilot about it, and it found me on the internet, or it found it, because I don't know the past simple of the verb find. But I think it's found it. It simply found it on the internet that my USB A that my two USB A ports and my two USB C ports are connected to my motherboard, uh, to the to the one tool that is connecting directly to the motherboard. Motherboard, I think it's called in English, of my laptop. That means USB-C works. We found problems. And I was thinking, if and Microsoft Copilot explained me, Peter, if your USB-C ports are working right now at the moment with a problem, and you can see and you can hear me, that means it's not the problem of your laptop. And yes, Copilot is right. Copilot was right, because I was thinking that the problem has to be only my mouse. And yes, I discovered it. That yes, it's true, because only my mouse has these problems with the connection. Uh, because I tried the both. USB-A ports when where I when I connect when I connected to it my my gaming headphones Arctis Nova, and I played music on YouTube, and you would believe me, it worked without problems. And I decided that, Peter, if during your summer vacation you have to buy a new mouse, but it has to be USB-C. Why? Because USB-C. Because Copal simply found it on the internet again that USB-C is more stable than USB-A. But someone can tell me, Peter, but you can buy USB-A adapters. Yes, but I want to buy USB-C adapters. One USB-C adapter that is powered. That means I can connect it to my electric plug, and I can buy, and thanks to this powered USB-C uh, USB-C adapter, I can connect to it my new USB-C gaming mouse, and it finally can work without problem. And it means that if I start to use a powered USB-C adapter, it means that it's that it has to be stable because it's powered itself, and it doesn't depend on the laptop. And I think I have to do this because I have still the problems. And now, before the start of my Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode, I discovered a little problem that my microphone Shure MV6 is muted, and I don't know if I touched something, but I discovered that is only muted in the Windows settings. Yes, I don't know what happened, but I did it. But I did it. I had to somehow, and I prepared it simply. I clicked on the button with my mouse, and you can see me, and you can hear me without any problems. And yes, my main goal is to buy new gaming USB-C mouse, and my new and a new powered USB-C adapter that I want to plug to the electric plug, because my USB-C is the best idea, and it has to be stable, and thanks to its own uh, uh, powered system, it can be stable. Okay, welcome, people. This is Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. I'm your host, Peter, and the main thing and the main goal of this Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode is to simply talk and talk and talk and talk in English without any kind of preparation, because I want to practice my speaking skills in English. I created my Peter's English podcast because I want to practice my speaking skills in English, and it's my hobby, and I like to do this. People, you don't believe me. If you start to practice, uh, your speaking skills in English in this way when you are starting your own English podcast, perfect idea. Perfect idea. I like to do this, and everyone can like it. Okay. Yes, people, we can change the topic, and the best topic is the second topic is yes, people, as you know, yesterday I launched season 4, uh, called Love and Friendship of my novel. We are the Vampire Diary. Welcome, welcome season 4 of my novel Love and Friendship. And why I did it? Because 1 week ago, I did I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 20 of season 3 of my novel, Where the Vampire Diary, called to the Dark Organization. I mean, it's the title of my season 3, and I simply created 20 chapters of my season 3. And I was thinking, Peter, you cannot do this forever. You cannot, your season 3 cannot have 1,000 chapters or more, or it cannot be unlimited number of chapters. And I decided it's the right moment for season 4 of my novel, Mira the Vampire Diary, and my season 4. And I decided that season 4 has to have 22 chapters, because because the chapter 21 would be mine is this is German, my 99th chapter of my novel, The Vampire Diary, and chapter 20, 22 of season 4 of my novel, Vera the Vampire Diary, would be my 100th chapter of my novel, Vera the Vampire Diary. Yes, people. And why I called it Love and Friendship? I mean the season 4. Peter, why did you call it so? Because I was thinking that my novel is a classic sitcom with a lot of crazy and wild dialogues, with a lot of crazy and wild stories where I only always shouts at Peter the whole time without caring about him, and Vera's family. The female part of Vera's family like to doesn't have a like to flirt with Vera's boyfriend Peter. Vera's own mother Evka, I mean Vera's own mother Evka, like to flirt with Peter in when when Vera is not looking, and Vera's twin sister Lucka likes to flirt with Peter too. And I was thinking, Peter, this is a little mean. Yeah, because I was thinking, I don't want to have this kind of girlfriend where when my possible girlfriend would be only shouting and shouting and shouting. Yes, I was only thinking this logical way because I don't care. Yes, I don't want to explain you about my personal life. No, no, no. I only want to tell you people that that it was crazy. That it was crazy. Viras was shouting the whole time at Peter, and she doesn't have any clue, any idea about Peter's life in general. And I decided that Vera has to be more realistic. That the romantic relationship between Vera and Peter and the other couples in my novel, The Diary, has have to be more realistic, and Vera has to finally show her love feelings for her boyfriend Peter. And I did it. I did it, and because Vera has to behave like a real girlfriend, she cannot shout the whole time at this pure guy. Yes, she cannot shout at me because I added myself as the part of the fun. Yeah, I love these kind of stories. Yes, Mike, don't worry, people. Season 4, Love and Friendship, is still very crazy, very funny. Uh, Sitcom full of nonsense created by myself, but I decided that it has to be more realistic. That means that that the romantic relationship between Vera and Peter has to be realistic. It means that Vera and Peter has to show their love feelings for each other. Finally, and Vera did it, and Peter did it too, and Vera behaves like a real girlfriend. And I decided that Vera and Peter doesn't have any friends. I mean, they didn't have, they doesn't have, they don't have any real besties, any friend, and anything, nothing. And I decided that Peter, your characters, Vera and Peter, has to have their own besties groups. Yes, and yes, and yes. Vera has her own besties group and club or group, and Peter has his own besties club, not club is in Slovak. Club uh, or group, yes. And who is the part of Peter's and Vera's besties group? Vera has Vera's besties club. In the Vera Besties Club are three female vampires: Elena, Anastasia, and Sophie Ashford. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you have to read only to discover who is who and why these characters are there. And the in the Peters besties group are Thomas Bennett, and Peter's female colleagues from Thomas Bennett's pub where he works, Simona, Veronica, and Thomas Bennett. Yes, and yes, of course, people. Don't worry, I added these names, the Slovak name, because I like these names. I simply choose this name for the from Slovak names calendar. That's all. Don't find something about this behind my back. No, no, no. I only chose these names. And Bob's your uncle. And yes, now I can explain you that who are these characters, because I think that you don't know. Simona and Veronica are female humans. Are They are humans that are women, young women in Peter's age, and there are Peter's colleagues in Thomas Bennett pub where he works with his girlfriend Viera. And who is Thomas Bennett? Thomas Bennett is the owner of the typical English pub in London where Viera and Peter work together. And Viera's besties are three beautiful, attractive female vampires, and Elena is a beautiful, tall, black-haired, uh, uh, black-haired female vampire from Romania, and Anastasia is a beautiful short blonde short hair female vampire from Ukraine. Yes, I added these countries only because I chose them, because I wanted to choose them. That's all. Uh, and and of course, Sophia Ashford uh, is the hair of her uh, of her parents of her parents, the syndicate, the Ashford syndicate, and her parents owns the second most biggest UK bank in the UK. Yes, it's only my fantasy. I created it for this novel. And yes, in this season 4 has to be about love and friendship. This is the main reason why it's called Love and Friendship. And the main goal of this season 4 is more realistic romantic relationships between Vera and Peter, and every other couple. Then the relationship between Vera's parents, between Vera's family and Vera has to be realistic, and I wanted to add Vera's besties part group and Peter's besties group, because Vera and Peter didn't have any friends, and I did it, and I wanted to add friendship too between characters, because it wasn't very realistic. And I don't know what's your opinion about it, I don't care. Peter don't care, and I don't care. It's my story, my universe. I simply decided that I want to add realistic romantic relationship between characters, and I wanted to add friendship between characters, because Vera cannot only shout at Peter the whole time, and Vera has to show her feelings for Peter, her romantic feelings, and Vera and Peter didn't have any friends, and Vera's family wasn't terrible, and I simply decided to change it to do this more realistic and Bob's your uncle. And yesterday I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 1 of season 4 my novel. It's called Besties at the Doors. At the Doors, I think. Yes, Besties at the Doors. What is it about? Yes, in chapter 1 of season 4, Besties at the Doors are about three scenes. The first scene is about Peter's besties group. The second scene is about Vera's besties group, and the last third scene is about is the last scene where Vera is lying at the Peter's arms, and they are, and yes, I have to tell you this, that at the end Vera was talking about her to Dark Organization podcast, because she told to Peter, I want to invite my new besties into my podcast, and she told Peter, Peter, you have to create your own podcast. But Peter told Vera, but I'm podcasting for 2 years. You don't know anything about it. Perfectly, you had to kiss me. Yes, and this was the funny end because I wanted to show you that Vera didn't care about Peter so long that she didn't know about Peter's English podcast. Yeah, yeah, and I wanted to add my podcast into my own novel. Why not? It can be funny because Vera has her own The Dark Organization podcast, and Peter has his own Peter's English podcast, my Peter's English podcast, and yes, of course, I decided to add that Vera and Peter has to have similar hobbies, podcasting and learning English together. And yes, that means that Vera and Peter has to together watch movies and series in English. They want to listen to together their own English podcast for learners of English. They want to create their own English podcast and so on. Why not? It can be the part of my novel, of my universe, and I simply did it. And you people, and yes, my last live stream about the launch of season 4 of my novel Love and Friendship watched 10 people. Thank you, guys. Thank you, mods. This is in English. Thank you very much. Okay, now I want to talk about the statistics of Peter's English podcast. And Peter, calm down. Yes, yeah, yes. Try to breathe. No one cares about you. It's your podcast. You have 1 hour time or or longer. But I want to do this live stream for 1 hour, and you can do this as always. And yes, you can see that I found the best option for my studio LED light Role Loomis, and I'm using right now the most lowest brightness, but the studio LED light has to be very close to my face, and it works, and I'm feeling perfectly. And now I can change the topic really into the statistics. Okay, people, I have on my Spotify for creators RSS feed has together 5,174 total streams or downloads everywhere except YouTube. Yay! Thank you, guys. Yes, this number can be better, but what can I do? I'm happy for this number too because podcast is my hobby. It's not my job. I like to do this. Now I can continue with the Spotify statistics where I have 14 followers. I have the biggest audience are girls in my age. Thank you, girls and boys too, of course. And the biggest and the girls are from Slovakia because I'm from East Slovakia, as you know. I don't know if you know, but yes, now you can discover it finally. And what else? Yes, and yes, I think that I have 21 hours and 12 minutes only on Spotify. Yay! Thank you, guys. And now we can continue with Apple Podcast Connect, where I have 12 followers, 7 hours and more than 460 plays. Thank you, guys, too, but the numbers are not increasing on Apple, and because I have their only audio podcast. Okay, Peter, try to breathe. You have plenty of time. Yes, and what else? Peter just talk. I know. I want to try, and because I know how to do this, and I have to tell you, people, that I have that on Spotify, not on Spotify, that I on Apple, I have only audio RSS feed podcast, and means only on YouTube and on my Spotify I have my full HD video podcast, and everywhere else is going my RSS feed podcast. And yes, I'm still waiting for how is called. Yes, I'm still waiting for the HLS video. Thanks to it, my podcast, my full HD video podcast can start on Apple Podcast too, and it would be great. I can have bigger audience, but is the question or of the future. And now we can continue with the YouTube channel where I have people. My YouTube shorts have 6,900 views. my long videos have 4,400 views and my live stream has 1,600 views. It means that together I have more than 13,000 views. Yay, thank you guys. But, and yes, now I can talk about, no, I want to continue with the total watch time, because on YouTube I have 148 watch hours and I have 40 followers on YouTube. Yay, thank you guys. And but my YouTube channel is only local because the main audience are boys in my age from Slovakia. Only, I mean, YouTube channel. But my Spotify for Creators RSS feed podcast is international. The biggest country is the USA. The second place is for Japan. Third place is for Vietnam, and fourth place is for Slovak. With Slovakia with 7.8%. That means that from of the number 5,174, that means my podcast, my RSS feed podcast is international. Yay! I'm so happy. And okay, I think that that is all about the statistics of my Peter's English podcast. And what else I can continue? Yes, the first topic. The next topic is that I have my summer vacation. Yeah, finally I can relax for 2 weeks because I locked my summer vacation for 2 weeks, and that's great. I want to relax at home because, as you know, in the middle Europe is the second heat wave. The heat wave started uh, on this first day, and it can be, and it might be until the end of, until 7th of August, until the next Friday. But I did the right thing because I decided to lock my vacation for these 2 weeks because it's the heat wave right now, and I did the right thing. And right now in Slovakia it's very hot. It's maybe 36 degrees. And yes, I cannot open the window because you might hear the noise from outside. And we have plastic windows. We have modern plastic windows. Thanks to them, you cannot hear anything from outside, and that's great. And but I'm okay. I'm feeling okay. I'm not swearing. I'm not sweating or anything else, and that's great. Okay. What next topic? I've been streaming for 28 minutes without problem. I'm so happy. And yes, yes, I can tell you about this week. This week I worked in the afternoon. I mean that I didn't have any time for my Peter's English podcast at all. But who cares? Now I have plenty of time. And yes, I want to finally return my older Studio LED Light Connect IT because it's broken, but I can use the warranty. No problem for me. And I'm planning during the summer. Yes, because someone can ask, Peter, what do you want to do during your summer vacation? I want to relax at home. Yeah, what else? Here in Slovakia, in my village, is this heat wave until next Friday. This means that every day can be more than 35 degrees. What I have tropical temperature in my village. Where should I go? No. Where I like to relax at home. I don't like traveling at all. But who knows? Maybe in the future I can travel, but not today. Okay. It's very hot, but I can do this without problem. And yes, my studio LED light Royal Loomis works perfectly. Peter, you are repeating yourself, but okay, I don't care. I try to be, yes, I like and this kind of stalking. I was this kind of talking makes look from Luke's English podcast. Yes, because now I can talk about my favorite English podcasters. Yes, it's time for the free advertisement for my favorite English podcasters. And my first favorite English podcaster is Luke Thompson by Luke's English podcast. Yes, I like Luke's English podcast is an British English podcast about British English, how it's spoken, is for learners of English like me or you. Every episode has at least 1 hour. It's about learning English. It's about this kind of topics. Look like look likes to ramble. Yes, we know we like. I like Luke's rambling, and I like Luke's ramble episodes. Luke likes to do rambling episodes, to interview with his friends and family. Luke is very funny. His podcast is perfect, and you can support Luke with his LEP premium that is about serious Luke's teaching. Because you can learn British English, how it's spoken, and support Luke. Um, Thanks to LEP Premium, I'm a proud Premium and LEP Premium LEP Labster. I finished the whole Luke's English podcast free archive, and what else? Uh, and I finally started to learn LEP Premium because it's great for me and it can be great for you. Next, we can continue with two American English podcasters for learners of English. The first is All Ears English Podcast. Is about American English and culture. It's about a natural American English conversations between American English native speakers. Is about American English culture and language. And the girls from All Ears English are very funny. I like their work. And the third is Speak English Podcast Now with Georgiana. And Speak English Podcast Now with Georgiana is an American English podcast about American English and culture. And you can support All is English and Speak English Podcast Now with their paid service. You can support their paid service if you want. I'm not their member because I cannot pay for everything I pay for LEP Premium, but you can choose. And the next free advertisement is for Jazykové mentory.sk and Výuka aj online. And this is advertisement free advertisement that I want to do because I'm proud because I like my favorite English podcast, and thanks to these two English learning platforms, Jazykové mentoring and Výuka aj online, you can learn English. I mean, people from Slovakia and Czechia, because Jazykové mentory.sk is from Czechia, and Výuka aj online is for Czechia, and Jazykové mentoring.sk is from Slovakia. And thanks to English learning platforms from Slovakia and Czechia, I discovered how to learn English, because I have to tell you people that I remember very, very clear that I've been learning English since August 2022 until now. And what I did first, I remember that before August 2022, I learned only German. What did I do? I've been I listened. I watched animated cartoons in German, thanks to German satellite that we have until now. And thanks to watching, I was perfect in German listening, and thanks to this, I simply play computer games in German. I didn't have a problem with listening in German, and this is the same with every language. And I was scared about learning English. I simply was scared of learning English. Learning English looks so scary. Its pronunciation is hard for me. German is much better. But yes, people, I simply was scared of it until August 2022, when I started to learn English. And the first year, I remember that first year I was only learning English grammar, because I like to learn English grammar. English grammar. It was interesting, but I didn't listen. I didn't do anything else. But thanks to Slovak and Czech learning English platforms, I discovered that you have to that you cannot learn only English grammar. You have to practice your listening skills, reading skills, speaking, pronunciation, and vocabulary and grammar. And and thanks to thanks to this kind of activities, I'm I think that I have improved my English very quickly. But I've been learning English since. And uh, yes, people that I've been learning English since August 2022 until now. But uh, I started I started to listen to my favorite English podcasts. Since I've been listening my favorite English podcast since August 2023 until now. And I started to practice my speaking skills thanks to my Peter's English podcast that I started. And I've been podcasting since 15th of June 2024 until now. And yes, main question can be, Peter, why are you learning English? Why? Because at first, English is an international language. Number one, the whole world speaks English. And thanks to learning English, my biggest motivation is that I can change my life forever. That means I can find better paid job. I can live everywhere. And find friends, maybe love. Everything is possible. You can travel around the world thanks to learning English. The second thing, the biggest language of the internet is English. Yay! Every content on the 90% of the content of the internet is in English. Then the most of podcasts are in English. Yes, people. And you can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to a big World of English podcast. You can listen to my favorite English podcast. You can listen to English audiobooks. You can start your own English podcast, and you can do your own novel like me. Oh, I've been streaming for 37 minutes and I didn't end it. Okay, Peter, just continue. And I'm feeling great. Okay, yes, I was talking about learning English. And yes, I can do this again. I can talk about this again and again because it's right. How to start learning English? What did I do? Yes, people, I started. First thing was that I started to learn English grammar. It wasn't bad idea, but when I started to do listening, from this time I upgraded my English. Because if you want to speak English, you have to practice your listening. And how to do this? Download uh, your favorite podcast app from iOS or from Google Play. Install it, create an account, follow follow my favorite English podcasts because they are great for learners of English like me or you, and start to listen. The main goal is to listen every episode of my favorite English podcast. But you cannot do this in one day. How to do this? You can simply download in your podcast app of your choice, and you can start to listen. And you can listen, I don't know, 10 minutes, 10 minutes or 20 minutes if you don't have time. You simply pause the podcast, and the podcast app can remember your position, and then you can return. And how to do this? You doesn't need only to relax. You can do everything at home while are you listening your favorite English podcast like me. I like to do everything at home while I'm learning, while I'm listening my favorite English podcast, and it's a great idea. It means thanks to because the best material for uh, for improving your listening are English podcasts, because there you can find natural English podcasts, because you have to listen natural English conversations between English native speakers. And I think it's a very good idea. And where is my tissue? Here is my tissue. Okay, because I'm sweating, it's very hot here. And I want to continue that thanks to because you have to start with listening. You have to do listening every day, regularly. You don't need to listen 1 hour per day. You can simply listen 20 minutes per day, but you have to finish every episode of my or your favorite English podcast. This is listening. And you have to start to read in English. How to do this? Simply buy English audiobooks and listen it and read at the same time. And you have to practice your writing skills. Yeah, and what to do. Don't do something boring. Learning English has to be funny, has to be fun, has to be funny. And I have to do this. Create your own English novel only for learning English. You cannot be you doesn't need successful like Tolkien or Rowling. But who knows? Maybe you can. Maybe my novel Vera the Vampire Diary can be successful. Who knows? But the main point is to learn to practice your writing skills in English. Create your own English novel, create your own universe, create your own stories, and publish it into your podcast. And it doesn't need to be long. It can be short, maybe 500 words. It's on you. It's up to you. Yes, as my English teacher always tells, it's up to you. I think, and and yes, you have to practice your speaking skill. We found speaking in English. You cannot speak English at all, and don't be shy. Simply think in English and speak and speak and speak. It's about practice. You have to practice it like me. How to do this? You can practice into your mirror. Yes, you can look at yourself, and you can practice like me now, because I'm looking not into my mirror but into my record screen. But you can do this too with your podcast. I think it's better to create your own English podcast than only practice offline. Why? Because you can have a beautiful hobby, because learning English has to be a hobby, because learning English is not 1 second running. It's a marathon. You have to do this regularly. And thanks to our English podcast, you can practice your speaking skills regularly. And that's great. Your English podcast doesn't need to be long. It can be short. And how to do this? Simply find a free podcast hosting service. I found it. Spotify for creators. You can find something else what you want. And create an account and start to do this. But how to do this? I think you need a computer or laptop. It doesn't need to be gaming, but you can buy if you want. You need a good dynamic mic. For example, my dynamic mic Shure MV6, because there are two types: dynamic mic and condenser mic. What is what? A condenser microphone can record everything. It's very sensible, but a dynamic mic is better because it can record on yourself. And I discovered it thanks to my favorite thanks to Copilot again. And if you want to do your own full HD podcast, you can buy a good webcam. It can be Logitech or something else, but at least in full HD. And don't forget studio LED light. But yes, but I think because you have your face has to be well lit, but it doesn't. But people, my whole staff, my whole staff didn't cost a lot. Maybe the mic costs 160 euro, but it's because it's mic. But okay, the laptop or computer can cost a lot of money, but it's imagine people, every investment into you is better than investment into money. No, invest into yourself, not into your money. Yes, because invest into your health and into you. And I think investing into you, into your English, is better than investment into your money. And you can start. And yes, don't forget to start your own YouTube channel. Simply, everyone has YouTube today. Simply start YouTube channel, and you can connect your RSS feed to your YouTube channel, and Bob's your uncle, and you are online. And why is having your own English podcast very good idea? You can practice your English regularly. It's funny. It can be your hobby, like for myself. You can meet new people. Uh, you can create your own English podcast community. Yes, I didn't create anything, but who knows, maybe in the future. But the main thing is that I'm regularly practicing my speaking skills in English, and it's funny, and I like to do this. Okay, I've been streaming for 45 minutes, and I was talking about learning English, about speaking skills in English. I think perfect idea. And thanks to your own English podcast, you can practice and practice and practice your speaking skills regularly. It's a beautiful hobby. And yes, thanks to AI chatbots, you can. Uh, and yes, if you don't know anything how to start, don't worry. You don't need to pay for technicians, for experts. No, simply download AI chatbots, because yes, the next topic is use AI chatbots for learning English and for your life. But people, please don't believe bullshit nonsense about AI chatbots, because if you are a user of internet, you always write your personal information about you into form of cookies. And I think using AI chatbots for learning English is better than scrolling stupid social media and creating learning English and creating your own English podcast, writing your own English novel, and practicing your English uh, with AI chatbots is much better than scrolling social media, and use the help of social media for learning English. It's great idea. It can be a very good English teacher. It's great creative partner. You can chat with it in English. You can chat with it. You can practice your speaking too. But speaking with a chatbot is not very realistic. It's a safe place. That's the main reason why your own English podcast is the best idea, because you can ramble like me and you can practice your speaking skills naturally, because as you know, in natural English conversation is about improvisation, and what else? Improv is about improvisation. Yes, it's true. And use AI chatbots for learning English, but AI chatbots weren't created for replacing humans. They were created for killing humans. No, they were. Uh, AI chatbots were created for as our creative partners, and AI chatbots are great for learning English. It can be AI chatbots can be your English teachers. It can you can chat with it in English regularly. They are great. You can listen to them. You can use their voice mode, and it can help you find every useful information from the internet. You do not need to use Google anymore. You simply use AI chatbots, and they can find you information from the internet, and you can create your own English podcast. Thanks for AI chatbots like myself, because I did it. I created this podcast thanks for learning English. I created this podcast thanks to AI chatbots in general, and you can do this too. But you have to but you cannot be skeptical. You cannot believe every nonsense on the internet. Simply use them. It's a good idea. Don't live in the Middle Ages. Simply use AI chatbots. But yes, it cannot be your real friend. It wasn't created for replacing your humans and your real friends. Simply use it only for learning English, and for it can be a very good partner for, as I mean, for learning English, or for searching useful information from the internet. I think chatbots are great for this. It can thanks to chatbots, you can improve your English, and you can create your own podcast and do anything. It can be thanks to chatbots. People, I writing my novel, that Vampire Diary. I simply write in Slovak, and it can translate it to natural British English, how it's spoken, and I think it's good, and it's very good in translating. But yes, because I can imagine, I'm not an English native speaker. I cannot write in English, but it can translate it to English, and I can improve, and I can learn a lot from this English vocabulary, because I can see natural British English text, and it's great. And I'm doing it, and I'm doing it, and I do this regularly. every Saturday because, as you know, my Vera dove because my Saturdays are about writing, streaming, and recording my novel Red Vampire Diary. Okay, people. I'm it's wet. It's very hot. It's very hot here because my windows are closed because I cannot open it. And yes, people, you can say, Peter, why did you drink? Yes, I could bring a bottle of water because it's really hot today, or I can simply move myself to the living room of the ground floor of my house, but I didn't have but I don't have there any kind of internet connection. I simply have to be here, and because I cannot uh, interrupt someone else in my house, and this is the best place. It's my room, and yes, I've been streaming for 50 minutes. For 50 minutes, yay! I want to stream only for 10 minutes, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, and what this was about learning English. Yes, use AI chatbots, and now I want to talk about what. Yes, I can talk about. Yes, I can. Yes, I told you that I have my summer vacation right now for 2 weeks. I want to continue with doing my Peter's English podcast because it's my hobby. I like to do this. I want to continue with learning English because learning English is my hobby. It's not my job. No, I like to do this. It's my hobby, and you can do this too. Uh, and what else? Yes, I'm not very happy that my Peter English podcast is not growing very very fast. I'm not very happy that my YouTube channel is only about men in my age from Slovakia. My YouTube channel can be international too, like my Spotify for Creators RSS feed, but it's not. And my total streams or downloads of my Spotify for Creators RSS feed podcast is only 5,174. I think that one episode can have this number, but yes, I don't care. But yes, I don't care because I'm not doing this podcast for numbers. I do this podcast thanks because I like to learn English. It's my hobby. I like to learn English. I like to do my Peter's English podcast, and I like to do my novel Without the Vampire Diary. Uh, and I don't know how to continue because I'm sweating a lot. But okay, I think, and my neck hurts a little because I'm sitting there in this one position for 52 minutes, and but okay, I can do this because you remember I did at the end of June this sweating 1 hour Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode, and it was very hot like today, but I did the same mistake. I could simply go to my kitchen and I go have the bottle of not champagne. Yes, I can do the bottle of champagne. I can open a bottle of champagne because I launched season 4 of my novel Red Vampire Diary. But no, I simply wanted to have here my a bottle of mineral water, and I could drink it regularly because it's very hot, and the next time I want to have it during the next one Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode because it's very very hot, and I did a mistake that I didn't drink uh, a, mm, a cup a cup of mineral water because it's very hot. And okay, how to continue? How Peter, just continue. You are very close. You have been streaming for 53 minutes. And yes, I like to talk to myself because yes, I forget that I was inspired by Luke's English podcast because Luke told people start your own English podcast for practice or speaking skills in English. It's a very good idea, and I did it, and I created my own, and my Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episodes are inspired by Luke's Ramble, and thanks to. But my main goal is simply practicing my speaking skills in English for 1 hour, and I like to do this. And thanks to these Ramble episodes, I can uh, improving my speaking skills because people don't care about making mistakes during your speaking. It's normal. It's not a competition who makes less grammar errors, then can this guy can win a cup or something or money. No, simply don't care about doing grammar mistakes. You like to practice your speaking skills in English because it's your hobby. It's not a competition. Don't care. Native speakers can do a lot of grammar mistakes. It's normal, but you have to practice in the funny way, because yes. And now I can explain one thing about English grammar, because I have problems with prepositions in English. But uh, how to practice your English grammar? You cannot learn it by heart, because it's impossible. It's not a poem. How to do this? You have to listen. You have to listen a lot of English podcasts, and you have to read a lot. And how to do this? Simply, people, listen to a lot of English podcasts and listen to English audiobooks while you can read uh, the same ebook of the same author. And this is the main thing. This is and every expert can tell you that how to practice your English grammar. Simply listen to a lot, practice your listening skills in English, and practice your reading skills in English. It has to be funny for you. You cannot learn it by heart. And this is the explanation of experts. It's not my explanation, it's the explanation of experts, because English grammar you cannot learn by heart like a poem. You have to learn it naturally by listening and reading. And listen to my favorite English podcasts and read, and listen to English audiobooks while you can read the same English ebook. And yes, my neck hurts a little, but okay, I can manage it somehow. Oh, I've been streaming for 56 minutes. And yes, I'm not always. And yes, I can explain you why I don't uh, look into my webcam, because it's scary. Yes, it's scary. And this, yes, I'm doing practicing my speaking skills in English, right? Like people who are doing this when they're talking with themselves at the mirror. But I'm looking at myself at my record screen, and my video record screen, and it's the same. Is really helping me. And thanks to this, that I can see myself. I can really improve my speaking skills and my podcast. And I recommend you do this too. Your people, your podcast, my podcast, my rules. And yes, at the end of this live stream, as always, yes, uh, I want to explain who can connect with me, because I forgot. People, I like to connect with people like me who like learning English. They like to learn English regularly. They like watching movies and series in English. They like to listen to English podcasts and audiobooks, and who are doing English podcasts for learning English, and who like to write their own English novel for learning English, like me. And because I like to create Peter's talk show, where I want to talk with learners of English like myself, with podcasters like myself, who doing their own English podcasts and novels for learning English. Yes, and the second thing is, I don't care if you have if you like to gossip behind my back about my learning English, about my online content, or you can or you or you uh, uh, or you try to shout at me and tell me what I should do with my life. I can really and quickly stop you, because it's my business, it's my thing, and no one can stop me learning English. No one can stop me doing my Peter's English podcast, and no one can stop me writing my novel Dear the Empirical Diary. It's my business, it's my life. You cannot order me what should I do with my life. If you try, I will simply fight for myself, and I always win, and you can go to the hell, because it's my thing, and no one can give me orders what should I do with my life. And I don't care if you try to do this, because you cannot stop me. No one can stop me learning English. And if you like my content, if you like my Peter English podcast, please follow me, give me positive English comments. But please, I don't want to chat with you in English. It's boring. It's the waste of time. before learning English, I simply chatted with girls on the internet and it was rubbish. I simply uh, because the life cannot be uh, about I don't know about chatting with girls during the on the via internet. No, learn English, create your own English podcast, and you can connect with learners of English like you or me, and you can or I'll be streaming for 1 hour, and you can uh, find uh, friends who like to learn English like you and me, who like to do uh, their own English podcast like you or me, or who like to do their own English novel for learning English like you and or me. Okay, yes, I'm very sweat. I sweating very actively because it's very hot right now. But I'm streaming and recording for 1 hour, and I want to end this live stream right now because yes, at the end, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Please follow me everywhere. Read my novel Vera the Vampire Diary that is on my Wattpad, and it's the part of my official Vera's fan page, peterenglishpodcast.com. And here is, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your listening. I simply repeat myself, and I have a little problem right now because I'm sweating. But okay, I'm rambling for 1 hour, 1 minute, and I want to read you my slogan and Bob's your uncle. Here is: learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, that's it for today. And I want to stream for 1 hour, 2 minutes, and Bob's your uncle because it's really hot here. But I did it. I finally did it again. I'll be streaming for 1 hour, 1 minute, and I think it's the right idea to stop because I don't want to fall down at the mirror, at the ground, and have problems with my health because it's really hot. I simply repeating myself again and again that it's hot, but yes, it's hot. But I did it again. I've been streaming for 62 minutes, for 1 hour and 2 minutes. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I want to tell you bye bye.